After a coffee breakfast that morning, I packed up from the Mount Rushmore KOA and I drove through the Black Hills to a small town just west of Rapid City, where I made my first stop for the day. Black Hills Harley-Davidson, which turns out to not be a motorcycle dealer, but just an apparel shop, but I found a pretty ironic shirt. Speed and Power motorcycles. Oh, it's a 2X. It's not that great of a shirt, but if they have it like in a large, that would be perfect for Charlie. There's no way they will. Here it is, a large. And Speed and Power. Definitely.
Have a good day.
Thanks, mate. You too. After driving through miles of roadworks in the Black Hills, I made a stop in the outskirts of Rapid City. I might have caused a bit of a mass extinction event. It has been 4 states. Luckily they have washers here, so let's use one of those. Now, if you have been to a Buc-ee's before, you will know that they advertise at least 100 miles out on the highway. And there's a place in Wall, South Dakota that does the same thing. As you're driving east outside of Rapid City, you'll find these tiny signs on the side of the road that are impossible to read. After arriving in Wall, South Dakota, there's only one place that you have to go to. Badlands Harley-Davidson. And even though there's a Road King on the wall, this too is just an apparel store. But at least they have an original freewheeler there. Across the street is the famous Wall Drugs. It's a full country block of shops and souvenirs and a church. They even have their own scuffed Mount Rushmore and a Western themed fountain that was closed for the winter. They're even building a new Wall Drugs, complete with green dinosaur and everything. Since Wall Drugs isn't really my type of destination, mostly because there isn't a park in its name, I went to the Grasslands Visitor Center, which was closed. So I went to the Grasslands Visitor Center, which is a portable right outside the main building, which was closed. So I entered the Badlands, the windiest and dustiest place in all of South Dakota, but the scenery is absolutely incredible. Immediately after entering the park, there are bison right at the first pullover. People are out of their car to get pictures of bison that are in the overlook. Don't get out of your car 30 feet from bison. So I pulled over just at this overlook we were at. Make sure everything flies away. You can see the bison just actually behind that hill, but you'll see them in the other shots. Camera down, it's really windy out here. So I'll hide the microphone in there. So I was pulled over for lunch and a bit of a map check because I didn't get to it at the ranger station, and the first overlook had bison in it and I wasn't stopping there. This gravel road actually goes outside the park, but it says it's 13 miles. And then once we get back to the ranger station we checked in at, it goes back to just a paved road, and I think that would be much faster. It is really windy out here, so I'm gonna try to eat without getting much of my sandwich. wanted to come to the Badlands because I figured they sound like a Mad Max film. Like, look at that. This is so cool. This is way better than I thought it would be. It's really windy. It's really, really windy. After driving around the Badlands for about 4 hours or so, I decided to head to the campsite before it got too dark. And I still got caught in roadworks. I was hoping to get here like 2.5, 3 hours ago, but the park was nice, so I stayed for a while. I'm gonna get everything set up before it gets dark. I'll put up a time lapse so you can still watch a bit, but I'm just gonna time lapse it. My car is absolutely filthy. Look at all of this. You can write on my car. I'm gonna need time to like power wash it, like a quarter car wash. I just don't know when. It's gonna be like another week or 2 weeks. Hopefully it'll rain. Hopefully. So I got the tent up and I had to put in some extra supports out here. These are a little tight actually, because it's so windy. But the tent got absolutely disgusting at the last campsite because it was so humid and so wet. So I have some like wet wipes here and I need to get some more because this is my only pack, but I definitely need to get the tent a little bit cleaned up. Alright, that's at least better. I got a lot of the dead mosquitoes off the walls. I'll have to shake the tent out tomorrow, but at least it's better and drier. It was wet when I packed it, so I didn't even bother putting it in its roll. I just rolled it up and shoved it in another bag. So hopefully this is better. I got a lot of the dead mosquitoes out. And hopefully the outside will kind of dry up tonight. Let's get some weight in here now. Alright, so it's properly dark now. The sun set 40 minutes ago or so. So it's just a bit of light and then it's gonna be dark. I haven't started cooking yet. I'm gonna do that in a minute, but you've seen me boil water enough times. So I'm just gonna do it in the dark. I'm not gonna worry about this. I didn't realize the GoPro died while I was setting up the tent and everything. So all you missed was me cleaning up the car a little bit. I was throwing things in there all day and I didn't have much room left, so I just tidied things up a little bit. I'm gonna boil some water and that's gonna be it for the night. It's a nice campground. I'm one of the only campers here. I saw 2 other tents by the restrooms way over there, so I'm the only one in this area. So I'm gonna try to do a bit of night photography. There's the GoPro turning off. It just died again. But since it's a full moon still, it's gonna be a little too bright. I'm gonna try a new moon, and that should be in like Glacier National Park up in Montana. So we're gonna go to Devil's Tower tomorrow, try a bit there, and let's see how it goes. All right, I'm gonna finish transferring footage so I can eat. I'm pretty hungry. Okay, let's shoot the food. Okay, good. this is a lot spicier than I thought it was gonna be, but it's fine. Okay, good night. Roll the night lapse. Good night.